Streamer Mizkif has a past of getting into controversies, but now it's no longer just limited to an American audience. The other day, Miz was in Japan and posted a reel on his Instagram of him and a couple other people swinging from a cherry blossom tree, which is apparently a very disrespectful thing in the country. Miz quickly deleted the video once the backlash started, but we all know how the internet works here and it didn't go away so quickly. Japanese creators started calling him out, which eventually led Johnny Somali hate pages to add Mizkif to their list. And Miz even allegedly DMing one of the creators calling him out, upset at the backlash he was getting due to her post. Welcome to the internet versus Mizkif and cherry blossom trees. It starts out when Japanese creator Shibuya Callout quote tweets an image of a cherry blossom tree and says, "I saw a video of content creators I've met before doing pull-ups and gymnastic tricks on a sakura tree's branches, inevitably shaking cherry blossom petals off. It just broke my heart to see someone I actually know doing such things in Japan. It's always been unknown people on social media. Fortunately, the post was gone the next day, so they probably regretted and deleted it. But please, if you ever want to flex your muscles to show how much testosterone you've got, go touch your own wood. Leave ephemeral cherry blossoms with flowers living for only 2 weeks alone." Patrick replies, "Thank you for this. By the way, it was Mizkif if anyone's wondering." Stali replies, "Johnny Somali effect, and seeing Mizkif doing that, I mean, dude was Ice Poseidon's cameraman. Some people never change nor learn." Controversy replies, "They are trees, relax, lol." And 57 Oni says, "Yes, they are trees, but they're also guests in someone else's country, and it's becoming just a constant issues of streamers acting like morons and not being respectful." Scarlet quotes Shibuya and says, "IRL streamers have become so annoying in Japan. A literal retired Japanese AV corn star is now putting them on blast for being a nuisance. Mizkif doesn't surprise me, but I'm very disappointed in Cole from Tokyo Sims." Jeffrey quote tweets Shibuya by saying, "Content creators Mizkif and Tokyo Sims are drawing criticism for doing pull-ups and gymnastic trips on a Japanese cherry tree. One Japanese language post about it already has over 200k views." Waifu Jet replies, "All planes entering Japan should display a mandatory 5-minute video on the screens showing basic etiquette and customs." Deese replies, "I understand in America the world is your playground, but in Japan, respect of both your fellow people and the environment is extremely important. You'll even see store clerks cleaning the street after their shift. I hope they understand and advocate that going forward." Yeet also tweets out the clip with the caption, "Mizkif is catching heat in Japan from a popular content creator Kaho Shibuya for doing pull-ups and gymnastic tricks on a cherry blossom tree." Tom replies, "Why are Americans so retarded when it comes to travel?" Aruk replies, "Bro is really out there catching unnecessary hates because boredom." Matteo says, "Yeah, this one's stupid. If they didn't break the branch or hurt the tree, who cares? It's not like the tree is upset." And Don't At Me replies, "Would you like it if I went into your place and started climbing everywhere and acting like an annoying asshole?" And Matteo says, "If you go into a public place and climb a tree, I would literally not care. They exist for public enjoyment. If you're not harming the tree in any way, why would I care at all?" Gator quote tweets it and says, "And people are actually giving Kaho crap because she rightfully called him out. I don't give a fuck what Mizkif's mental state is. Cherry blossoms are an important cultural icon in Japan. This is highly disrespectful and they have every right to be pissed off about this." And Troa replies, "This is why the world views American tourists as rude idiots. But it's just a tree, no. To them, it feels like a foreigner entered their home and mistreated it, especially since cherry blossoms are significant in Japanese culture. Japan needs stricter travel restrictions. These tourists earn money by being annoying, and since nothing was done about Johnny Somali, Japan will attract more disruptive small streamers seeking fame and viewers. Demand tougher laws before it's too late." And KFC manager replies by saying, "Shut the fuck up. Most people don't know that touching trees is bad in Japan. No sign, no fence, it's a tourist area. I feel like only Twitter retards actually care." And Nafari Tala replies, "So I can go to the Statue of Liberty and pee on her face, right? I mean equality thinking from what you're saying. Since there's no sign, I can golden shower your statue." And 57 says, "Yeah, peeing on something actually is not comparable at all, lol. People regularly climb and swing from trees in public places. It really is not that obvious that would be disrespectful." He then tweets out this clip with the caption, "Kaho Shibuya leaks that Mizkif sent her angry Discord messages, which he later deleted, after going viral for doing pull-ups on a cherry blossom tree in Japan."
Yeah, but to my community and my people, sorry if I got you worried. Are you shitting on him? Because he sent me a personal message. Yeah, shitting on me. Yes, that's why. And it's all about me. There are like 3 me in 3 sentences. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, so your community actually reflects you. Wow. I was like, I was shocked. And he actually deleted that comment later on from like a Discord. Yeah, but of course I screenshot it as evidence. Yeah, it's like so disappointing. I got so personally disappointed. Up until that point, I thought like, you know what? You know, he didn't know, or they didn't know. I mean, it's not about this one guy. They didn't know. You know, of course, they can always excuse it. I was gonna, you know, help them have the opportunity to explain themselves, even to the Japanese community and the English community. And they were like, oh, yeah, really rude response. Really rude. And they were explaining me in 3 sentences. And there was no period in the sentence. That really, you know, my OCD just like freaked out.
BRB Cat on Fire replies, it can both be true that the streamers are pieces of shit and Kaho is creating drama. Yeats continues the thread by saying, Kaho went on to reveal those Discord messages, highlights Mizkif's excessive usage of the word me, and attaches this clip.
And it's all sounded like you were upset with me for making a big deal. If you want to explain yourself, I'm all happy. I'm always happy to appear on your stream or video with just content. Take the shit from your community, help make you look good by hearing you out. Let me know if there is anything you like to do. But please know it wasn't a personal attack on you or the other guys in the video. I would have felt and done the same to other creators I met. Locals in Japan are too frustrated with tourists causing troubles, whether they do that out of malice or oblivion. Now get it nice and simple. Well, professional. And then the response, you know what? Other English speaker who is like as a second language, English is my second language, but I guess like I feel like my writing sounds more mature. Because the response I got was, now I have Johnny Somara account on me. You don't realize what you've done to me. Please leave me alone. Me. What the fuck? What did I say? It's not about you. I'm so outraged. Wow. Oh yeah, I haven't met them or anything. It was never been like personal. Seriously, I'm outrageous. So such immature response.
And for context, I found one of the Japanese accounts that I believe Mizkif is talking about. This account, Cancel Johnny's, posts a lot of videos about Johnny Somali, and recently they had this post which was actually copyright claimed, where it said, real Mizkif who swung from a cherry blossom and burst into flames said, Japan will perish. The Japanese government has a policy of inviting foreigners to have S with Japanese people in order to increase the population. This ridiculous American is currently broadcasting in Tokyo, spreading false information that blatantly looks down on the Japanese. However, other posters from Twitter ended up posting the full context clip, showing that immediately after this clip and the statement that Miz said, he said he was trolling and just made it up. He also continues the thread by saying, Kaho calls out to the Miz kids for being toxic and expecting one-sided grace. Also notes how Mizkif hasn't asked his community to chill, and attaches this clip.
Encourage hate when some of their community, I guess you have seen that, have been very toxic, and they haven't said anything. And their community has been blaming me for not saying like, oh, please don't put the blame on them, anything. I haven't, seriously, your guys haven't said anything. Yeah, to try to diminish the hate toward me. So it's like, stop being one-sided. It's like I want to say. But I only reply back to some followers on my ex, and I don't reply back to anybody. And whenever I make a new tweet, I kind of ignore other tweets. Anyhow, if you have any problem with that, I can always call you out here. Don't worry about it. But please don't name drop. I don't really like people name dropping in chat unless they are here in chat. Even Jesus Christ. If Jesus Christ is in chat, yeah, I can give them attention. But no. He didn't tweet in thanking the people shitting on you. I don't want to always make it about one guy.
And finally, Mizkif tells offline chat he's tired, with 2 chat messages from Miz where he says, I'm tired, chat. I really am. And Legend replies, yeah, it must be so hard to make a fortune sitting in a chair in front of a monitor and saying words to a camera. How tiresome. I'm surprised he hasn't passed away from overexertion. Spectator Al replies, I guess being respectful to Japan is so tiresome, right? Howie replies, OTK has got to be full of the most sensitive people on the planet. These guys chose to stream their lives publicly, then don't like it when the public doesn't like them. They could just go away and not stream. That sounds like a win-win. Deranged Yuka quote tweets it and says, Mizkif is an asshole for sending her those messages. Like, bro, you and your buddies fucked up being disrespectful and streaming it. There's a reason Americans are fucking freaking hated when visiting certain countries. Okay, he didn't stream it and that it was a reel. Even worse, they did it and thought it was a good idea to still post it. TDK quote tweets it and says, I don't know what this is about, but look at her wall. Mizkif updates quote tweets it, which Miz also retweeted and said, Mizkif did not send any messages shitting on Kaho. As per Kaho herself, she later revealed what was said, which was, now I have Johnny Somali accounts on me. You don't realize what you've done to me. Please leave me alone. And Kogi replies, so instead of saying sorry, you're doubling down and providing evidence that you were a dick in the messages. Kave replies, Miz should just say sorry to her and finish it. Mizkif then makes a long post addressing the situation where he says, hey guys, I wanted to make a quick statement on the situation regarding the cherry blossom tree. A few days ago, I did pull-ups on a cherry blossom tree. I posted the video and went to bed. The moment I was informed by a friend on the severity of the situation, I immediately deleted the post and regretted my decision. I have been in Japan for the past few months and I have loved the Japanese culture. I have loved it so much I came back twice. I've grown a lot here as a person. I've made so many friends that I truly value and I have experienced so much of the Japanese culture that has changed my life for the better. I do not want to promote my actions as proper. They were wrong and should be seen as such. To any viewers or tourists coming to Japan, please understand these trees are sacred to Japan. Do not touch cherry blossoms. They are sacred to the Japanese culture and are extremely delicate. And to my viewers, please do not attack anyone for criticism of me in regards to the cherry blossom trees. I am okay with the criticism and understand it was wrong. I hope through this, people can learn from my actions. And if you ever go to Japan, be mindful of their cherry blossoms, culture, and property. I apologize for doing those pull-ups in the cherry blossom tree, and I promise I will continue to be better. Miz. Killdozer replies, why do we have to type all this? Can't we just say sorry about that, guys? I made a mistake. Apologies are like a college essay at this point. Coco replies, what about Kaho? And Kaiman says, she's a clout chaser. Juicy Dpug replies, been living in the country for months but still decided to do pull-ups on a tree many know of its importance? Dang, must be nice, dude. What a life. Onsoken replies, I spent 3 years in Japan, speak Japanese and have tons of friends there. I have never heard of this being a sacred thing. I just asked a few friends living there, Japanese natives, and some of them didn't know either. And Juicy Dpug replies, I asked them and they said you're retarded. And Onsoken replies, lol, I didn't even say it wasn't disrespectful, so I don't know why that stick is so far up your ass. Take it out. And it's wild to me that just one video, even though it was so shortly deleted, can cause this much drama in the community. But I'm sure Mizkif has now learned his lesson. Shout out to Kiko, our first internet representative. Thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.